What's the best way to annoy a scammer by phone? At our shop one of us will answer and say, "Oh, you need to talk to Dave about that. Hold on." Then Dave will get on in a minute or so and say, "That's above my pay grade. Lem transfer you to Chuck," and so on and so forth, around and around. I think our record is 10 transfers before they just hung up. This question reminds me of my grandfather. He used to get calls from scammers and try to sell them stuff. A conversation would go something like, "Scammer, hello sir, we wanted to let you know that you are eligible for a discount on your life insurance policy. All you have to do is give us some information and we will apply the discount." Left double quotation mark. My pap. Great. Just give me 1 minute. Holds for a minute. So I have this 1997 Chevy Cavalier. She has high miles and a little rust on the door, but I can part with her for $1,000. You interested? Scammer. No thank you sir. But back to where we were. I just need your name, address and social security number to vary. My pap. Boy, you drive a hard bargain. How about $750? That's more than fair. Scammer. Sorry sir, I'm not interested. Like I was saying, my pap. $500. Scammer. Sir, my pap. $450. Heck, at this point I'm practically giving it away. Scammer. So I don't want. My pap. Okay, $450 it is. Phew, you drive a hard bargain. Now all I need from you is your name, address, and social security number and we are set. Scammer. Have a nice day. Click. I used to love staying at my grandparents' house and hearing him do stuff like this. Thanks for reminding me of some great memories. This morning I got one of the car warranty ones. I told them I had a 1983 Toyota Mustang. They told me to have a nice day and hung up. I think next time I'm going to try to get a warranty for my Jaguar, and watch as they slowly realize that not only am I not talking about the car company, I have also mistaken my standard sized domestic cat for a much larger cat. Hello caller, you're on the air. I personally like going with "Thanks for calling W94.5 FM Mondo Mundo." You're on the air caller. Now what's your Luchada name? Have you read your Bible today? God is coming and there's nothing you can do to stop him. Starts reading Bible scriptures. They usually hang up on you after the today part. God's snow will embrace you and you cannot stop it. I used to work at a restaurant and we would get scam calls saying we need to pay them now, they are going to cut off the business's power. They would claim they had their person outside right now, but if you pay them in gift cards now they wouldn't cut it. The craziest thing is the caller, it would even show up as the power company's name. So we always knew it was them calling and would take turns fricking with them. We would always play along and say we were going to get them and so on. And then as soon as we claim to have the gift card and they are ready to take the numbers, we'd go, "Oh wait, I'll just pay this online." They would instantly hang up. I answer with, "Hi, I'd like a large half mushroom half pepperoni pizza for pickup." They either chuckle or get mad before hanging up. If it automated, I press 0 until I get someone or it hangs up. Try pressing 2. A lot of places will use the same software and leave all the settings at default. Pressing 2 usually takes you off their calling list. I told one in English that I don't speak English. English is the only language in which I'm fluent. He was very confused and angry. I have done this before as well. The guy kept insisting that I was speaking English to him. I just kept repeating, "I'm sorry, I don't speak English," and other variations. Act like another scammer. If you have time, go along with it, but act really freaking stupid, or just waste their time with silly questions. Put them on hold for ages. There's so much fun to be had. I get the ones about being in a car accident and asking if I want to claim compensation a lot. I just play along. Then when they get to asking what injuries I sustained, I tell them I died or tell them my head came off and I can't get an erection anymore. I recently discovered that rubbing your finger over the speaker on your phone generates the most terrifying and demonic sound that's ever come out of a phone. Pair that with some whispering and maybe a little Latin and you can really spook people. Just ask for them to hold and play Amnesia the Dark Descent ambient music and put the phone up to the speaker. Seinfeld did it best. I'm really busy right now. If you could give me your home number, I'll call you back tonight. No? Oh, I guess you don't want people calling you at home. Number. Well, now you know how I feel. Click. I just keep them on the phone a long time. Pretend to go along with everything. But once they think they have a fish, I ask them to hold on. I just have to change the baby, hold on, let me find my wallet, etc. I put the phone down for 5 minutes at a time and I figure every second I keep them on the phone they aren't scamming some poor old lady. I kept getting robocalls about car warranty stuff, so whenever they would come on the line I'd say I own a 2016 Chevy Ligma. Most of the time they would hang up. One time it happened that it was an older lady, so I hear her in the background asking co-workers about what's a Chevy Ligma. I hear someone tell her to hang up. About a week later I get a call from the same people. I tell the guy, it's a 2018 Chevy Ligma. He just sighs and says, man, they got in the system as a 2016 and I can't believe someone put that in there. You think that crap is funny? Ligma balls. Ligma nuts. You need to grow up. I was laughing too hard to say anything at that point. I haven't heard from them since. Other great things to do. Act really interested in whatever they are selling, but tell them your phone is about to die and request a number you can call them back at. If they give it to you, harass the crap out of them. Then if they send you to voicemail, leave messages like you're their party bro and you just scored a bag of coke. Most of that crap is monitored. Ask them if you can email them some questions about the product but need their email. Whichever email they give you, subscribe it to every site ever. Pretend that you're having connection issues. Yeah, it's a MasterCard. Number 23 said, 48. Just keep pretending to drop the connection every time they ask for crucial information. Just A, and then you'll be saved. I-W-H, Bermuda Triangle, I-Ma. Please don't call again. I had a lady trying to get me to come look at some timeshare in Williamsburg, VA. Telemarketer. So, go Gosrex. Do you have kids? Me. Yep. T. Great. You can bring them with you, and we'll put you all up in a hotel room. M. Oh, that'd be awesome. T. So, how many kids do you have? M. 7. T. Wow. M. Yeah, I'm the luckiest man in the world. I've got 7 daughters, and they all hot. T. Well, you'd have to have 2 hotel rooms, which we can do. M. Oh no, they all sleep with me. T. Go Gosrex. You can't have 7 people in the same hotel room. M. Wait, I can't. I told you they're all hot, right? I was impressed. She continued with the spiel. If it's that scam on your computer about your computer has been infected with malware due to pornography, call this number right now. You can have some serious fun. I kept acting really oblivious and asking questions like, do you think it was the type of P I watched, and then going into graphic detail about the most uncomfortable things I could imagine. Oh man, that was fun. The scammer got so uncomfortable. My fiancée literally just screams like she's being murdered into the phone and hangs up. Scared the crap out of me the first time she did it while I was in the room. I didn't know she normally did that until I witnessed it. I have a scammer number saved that usually answers within the first few rings when you call them back. Anytime I get a scammer call that isn't from that number, I call it, and then conference the 2 calls together and let them talk to each other. Similar to the pranks on Chinese restaurants. Most of the time they don't stay on long enough for it to be funny and just hang up. Sometimes they speak to each other in their own languages, but every once in a while they start fighting with each other and that crap has me on the floor in tears. I recently started asking if they mind me recording the call. So far everyone hangs up on me. I like the guy who built a bot that floods the scammers' phone lines and prevents them from making or receiving calls from potential victims. When do you know? Yeah, I'm tracking the IP right now. Act as if you're replying to someone in the background. Sir. Quickest way to get pulled off scam call lists. Answer by saying Joe's sperm bank. You stroke it, we poke it. You spank it, we bank it. This is more to do with telemarketers, but it's the same general idea. My family had a bit of an amusing litmus test for ferreting out unwanted callers before they could run through their spiel. Our last name, while easy enough to pronounce, looks like it requires one to imitate the sound of an engine block exploding, and that's just the first syllable. As a result, folks who don't personally know us often have trouble getting it right on the first try, and this led to our household rule. So if someone on the telephone mispronounces our last name, then they're fair game. Now, granted, this occasionally resulted in some hilarious misunderstandings, but it was an effective enough tactic for the most part. My parents were absolutely fine with letting me answer calls from unknown number, too, which gave me ample opportunity to improvise counterattacks. Perhaps my best attempt came one evening when I was 13 years old, as I ran through the following exchange. "Good evening, Mr. The man on the phone began. Oh, I interrupted, feigning a ridiculous accent that was somewhere between Indian and Swedish. Yes, you are knowing that I have just purchased this phone number. This isn't Mr. No, I hurriedly interrupted again. No, the name you are having is being incorrect. I am Mr. Yuran Eedwah." There was a brief pause from the other end. "Well, Mr. Eedwah, you said you just purchased this telephone number?" "Yes," I gushed. Yes. Oh, yes, it is so nice to be calling all of my friends and family, because they are living still in Jahenia now. Don't bother looking for Jahenia on a map. You won't find it." "Ah, I see," replied the telemarketer. "And are you happy with your long distance provider?" In response, I offered only a sputtering cough and gibberish. "And what if I told you," the telemarketer continued, "that you could pay up to 50% less than you are now for your long distance phone service?" Yes, the shriek even hurt my ears, and I was the one who'd offered it. Yes, tell me, please, how can I be having this low price?" "Ha, well," answered the telemarketer, "let me take down some information, and we'll get you started. What did you say your name was, again?" "Yuran Eedwah." "Great. How do you spell that?" I'm sure the smirk on my face was audible through the phone. "Yuran," I said, "Idiot. Got it. Now, then, Mr. Eedwah, do you have a..." "I am sorry I interrupted, yet again. Can you please to be reading back how you spelled my name? I am not hoping for mistakes." "Oh, of course," the telemarketer replied. "Yuran. Frick you, craphead." The last thing that poor fellow heard was the sound of Yuran Eedwah cackling with evil mirth. "Tell him you don't want to answer his questions. It should go like this. You. I don't want to answer your question, sorry. Him. Why? You. This is a question. I don't want to answer to your questions." Most of the time they either say bye, and if they don't, then say bye yourself. My dad put our old cat on the phone. He breathes fairly heavily. It was pretty hilarious. Read the US Constitution out loud to them. Include the Bill of Rights if they hang on that long. If they ask for Mr. Hot for Naga, I'll just say no, sorry. He's just in the other room, I'll go get him for you. Hold on one moment. I just leave them waiting until they hang up. Wait, hang on. I need to go find my phone. I talk very quiet for a little while, occasionally saying I'm having a hard time hearing them as well. Try to get them to increase their volume to hear me better. Once I think they've dialed up the volume enough, I blow as hard as I can for as long as I can into my phone's microphone until they hang up or their eardrums explode. Unfortunately, most of the scams I get now seem to be robocalls, so it's no fun anymore. I used to try stringing them along asking dumb questions, like which computer is it that has a virus? Yes, but which Windows computer? We have several. Is it the one running Windows 98 or the one running Windows ME or one of the three running Windows Vista? It's the Vista PCS. Start coming onto them and try to persuade them to meet you. The OK method. Only reply OK. See how long you can keep it going. Careful with this one. You don't want to accidentally agree to anything they're offering, just in case. Respond to everything as if you were Lil Jon. One time I was watching TV and someone called. After I figured out it was a scammer, I started talking to them about the show and who I thought was the killer or what I thought would happen next, etc. They hung up, of course, but I was bummed I didn't have someone to talk to, so I tried calling back. No one picked up, I just keep asking, with genuine interest, how the scam works. This happened the other day. "Hello sir, I am calling to help you reduce your Visa or MasterCard debt by $5,000 right now." "Oh wow, okay, so, do you work for Visa or MasterCard?" "Well, Neither. Is this something you're interested in? Yes, I'm extremely interested. So are you going to put money in my Visa account? Well, no. The way it works is, does it work if it's American Express? Number. Look, will you let me finish? I just have so many questions. Where do you work? For Visa? Finally the guy literally said these words, and I died with laughter. Sir, I fully believe you are too stupid for this deal. When I was a kid, stupid freaking Aragorn came out and I was convinced I could get a book published when I was 15 even though my parents weren't publishers. So I signed up for a bunch of self-publishing things and got all kinds of crap in the mail, thick ass catalogs that explain the process and show off different sizes, types of books and how much you can make and, of course, how much it costs. I got over that phase and forgot all about it. Then I started getting calls from salespeople trying to get me to pay them to publish my book. These calls came in years later. I remember being in high school and thinking, why the heck would you wait this long to follow up? When I bought my first domain from GoDaddy, a salesperson called the very next morning asking if I wanted hosting. Anyway, with these publishing people on the phone, they asked what my book was about, so I sent them on a long as heck BS made up on the spot adventure about vampires living in Germany circa 2075. Thank God for Amazon these days. Was drunk when I got a call from one and decided to humor him and just frick around, but during his part where he tried asking about gaming and crap to sound relatable, we actually got to talking and he turned out to be a really cool dude and we ended up talking for 2 hours about music. We like all the same crap, and even about his recent breakup that really fricked him up. Kept waiting for him to get back into sales mode and try get me to buy some crappy internet deal, but when I said I had to go, he admitted my deal was good and there was nothing he could even think of offering. Ended up adding him on Instagram and chat every now and then. I was working on my house for a few months and usually had headphones on. What a great way to pass the time while my hands were full. Running power tools, grunting into the phone while working, using strange accents, acting really stupid, giving out random strings of credit card numbers, leaving the phone by my panting dog's mouth, speaking in really hard to understand accents, talking as slow as possible, letting them get almost there and hanging up when they call back, rinse and repeat, to name a few. The best was to call them back over and over again non-stop, going through the entire call room until I got referred to the manager or someone who recognized me. Cue the outrage on their part, which blew me away. They know they are fricking people out of money, often mentally ill or the elderly, and they have the stones to get mad at me for eating their time. That did not happen often as usually no one answers the phone. I don't have as much free time now, but when I do, tell me more, driver screw. Oh really? How does that work? Cut wood with a skill saw. Sorry, I could not hear you. Can you repeat that start P clip? Do you need a credit card number from me? Rinse, repeat. I had a company who claimed they were from Google and that my business wasn't showing up properly for years. They would call 3-4 times a day. About a month ago I would pick up and only respond with YARP or NARP. They haven't called any of my stores in 3 weeks. Tell them you need to put them on hold without giving them a chance to reply. Then walk away from the phone and ignore it, eventually just hanging up without a word. I just got a call a few minutes ago. This is Jessica for the Chronic Pain Clinic. What pain are you experiencing today? Me. Hi, this is Jeff from tech support. Could I get your ID, please? Disconnected. Me. Hi, would you like to go frick yourself? Marketer. No, but I'd like to go frick your mom. Act like you don't understand English. You have been visited by the Doggo Beer Master. Comment delicious so you always have beer in your life. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day you magnificent people.